My boys are rowdy too.
Okay, hi everyone. We are at stop 2 of the Central Canada Kayak Trail. I'm here at Pyott's West Campground, where the scoring headquarters are. As you can see, there's some fish on the board. I kind of delayed going live because there isn't any fish. There's not a lot of service on the water, and so until the anglers come back towards shore, we're not going to get their fish in, right? So there was a few people that were fishing nearby and were able to get some fish in. As you can see there, Daniel's at the top. He has a full bag. So far, he's the only one that has sent in a full bag. I've been receiving some fish photos, or in some cases, just I've been receiving fish videos and no photos. So it's weird. It depends on where they are and how much service they're able to get. The weird one is when we get the videos and not the pictures, because there was enough for them to send that. But yeah, I see that there's a comment, but I can't find my mouse. There it is. Leon. Hi, Leon. One of 4 people watching. Probably the other one is Val on her phone beside me.
No, actually, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So I have Val here and Callie. Dale is out with the Marshall boat, and Melissa, they're checking up on the anglers to ensure that they're safe. Earlier, there was some white caps. So there was a couple of anglers they had to tow back or help out. There was a few anglers that had to go to shore to get out of the wind and, untangle stuff. Yeah, Corey and Jacoby are on the board. Yeah, they did okay. They came and sat with us for a little bit and had some lunch, and they went back out there. Although Corey was saying that he was kind of done. That was just after a bit of white cap, so he was probably just tired. But they went back out. They're fishing nearby. There's literally fish everywhere. Like, that's what everyone's saying. Doesn't matter if you're fishing in 8 feet of water or 30 feet of water. There's fish to be caught. Nash caught some fish last night when he went out with Eric, and he also caught a fish this afternoon from the dock. Nothing in the morning, but he didn't fish for very long. Oh, he did go out on the Marshall boat, and he caught a fish out there too. So Nash has been seeing some action. Hopefully the rest of the anglers have as well. Few people didn't make it in, so we did have 28 anglers at the beginning of the day, and then a couple of people had to drop out this morning before they didn't even make it to the launch. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but that was unfortunate. And then Kylie, our only female angler right now, she had to leave the water because her kids weren't feeling well. So that was also unfortunate, because she got fish on the board, and the last tournament she was in our top, I think she was in our top 5. I'm just going to check our stats here because.
Yeah, I think she was.
Yeah, 7th. She was in top 10. Yeah. So it would have been nice to see what she could have done with a full day, because she left at like 1 o'clock or whatever. She came off the water. So left some, gave the guys a head start there anyways. But yeah, there's not much else to say. This is why I delayed coming on live, just because I'm not Eric. I can't keep talking. But yeah, we're at Pyott's West Campground. Most of the anglers are staying here, and they have coffee bar inside, ice cream, campground full facilities. It's nice. And then Anglers Alley has a mobile shop, and he's been out here since 8 o'clock this morning. Sold a few lures to some of the campers and maybe some of the anglers that were about to head out on the water. I think there was one kayaker, he actually lost a lure to a pike, so he came back in and he bought a couple of things from him. I don't know, we haven't talked to him since we've set up shop over here, but it sounds like he's keeping busy. They have a nice beach. So if you guys are ever looking to fish a great walleye spot, I can't say from experience, but anecdotally, everyone's been catching fish. I haven't been on the water. Callie can attest to that. She said that there's fish. So one of these days, I won't be scoring fish, and maybe I can actually get out on the water just for fun. But it's starting to cloud up, so hopefully the weather holds until 3:45 when people come off the water, our anglers come off the water. But I'm going to leave you with this because I do believe that there was another fish that came in, and we will talk in a little bit. I can figure out how to use this. You know, I use this every time, and I still forget where to find the music. There we go. Hey everyone. Oh, we have 6 people watching now. This is being recorded, so it's on YouTube. So people will watch it afterwards, especially after get to see who wins the second stop of the Central Canada Kayak Trail. We're here at Pyott West Campground, and yeah, it's getting cloudy. It looks a bit choppier out there. There's a lot of boat traffic, a lot of people fish these waters, like amazing fishery. And we're just out here for the Prairies Classic, and tons of fish. Al and I scored I would say over 200 fish, not including the ones that were actually weighed in, right? The spots that were weighed in. So Mike weighed in 4 times 74, whatever that is. Almost 300 fish, 300 some fish. So that was a lot. There was a lot caught here just a little bit. And yeah, it looks like the kayakers are doing well. Like I said, we've been getting, I just got another couple of videos, but no measurement shots. So I don't know if that's what they clicked on first, and that's why it went through, and we're just waiting for the pictures. As well as we have Mike and Pyott. We have fish on the board. Mike's on there? I didn't even put this on there. No, because we didn't. Yeah, I'm still waiting on videos from Mike. And Eric has one, but it's pending. The other one is pending their video release. I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, there's still some in the queue. And they have a system for that. Just still write it down, and I'll give them a pending release or a pending the release video, and then that way you don't miss any fish. So Val will write it down, put a circle around it, and then once it's confirmed, she'll put a check mark so that we know that we didn't miss any fish. Similar to the boat tournaments, they have to have a measurement picture and a release video. We do not ask for the hero shot, just because it's hard enough as it is to juggle the fish and all your the rod and everything, and the net and the board on the lap in a kayak. So we don't ask for the hero shot, although I did get one from Aaron when he sent me the hero shot. I have not received anything but this shot, because the fish looks big, so I don't know. Let's wait to see what it sends. So some anglers are able to do it, which is great. It's nice to see their faces. So what they have to have, you'll see that they don't have to have a tag, although they were given tags this term just to help them out because of the last tournament. The last kayak stop, the anglers were getting confused. So those tags help myself and Val, and we've actually adjusted how we score the fish into this tag. Especially at the Prairie Walleye Classic, when they're scoring, they're just scoring the fish when they're just coming fast. So we'll actually write down the tag numbers so that we know what score each fish tag is getting, and you can go back to maybe like if an angler says, oh no, that wasn't, it must have been blurry when it got sent, but you can check it on my phone, tag number 5, so we can just go to tag number 5, that picture, and we can view it right away. So we kind of did that for here. It's not mandatory here though. What is mandatory, and it is an automatic fish disqualification if it's not in there, is if the angler ID is not in there in the photo. So I had to DQ one fish already because the angler ID was not there, unfortunately, but the fish tags and other fish tags are not required here. It is encouraged, especially if they're saving their photo. I have encouraged the anglers that if possible, once they take the photo and video, to hit send, and then that way they're not sifting through all of their photos at the end of the day, which is what happened at the last kayak stop. And then they were sitting here for like half an hour in front of me saying like, oh, I have more fish. Because we will tell them, right? Like, you have a full bag, so you can see like Daniel has a fish, the smallest fish in half. If he's able to upgrade that, we will do that, and we'll just delete half and put in his upgrade, so they don't have to think about that on the water, which is nice. But again, every angler fishes differently, and if you're catching them one after another, you probably just want to get your line back down, which is fine. That's what the fish tags are for. I also said that you don't even have to start using it, but let's say you catch a 17 and then you catch another one that's close to 17 or 17 and a quarter, stick a fish tag on there for yourself even, and then snap that photo. That way it's a second one or it's a bigger one or whatever. Yeah. Marshall boat is back. All the anglers were good? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Marshall boat is back. They checked on the anglers to do one last check on the water to make sure that they should all be sort of headed back in this general area, just because it takes so long. It's completely if they're caught going against the wind. And then they have to be off the water or stop fishing by 3:45. So they have to be near the launch or headed towards the launch without a line in the water. Dale will probably stay down there and ensure that they're all on their way back. And I just ask the anglers to raise their hand and bring out who they are so that the marshals are aware. They don't want to get DQ'd, especially if you have fish on the board already, right? You don't want to get that DQ just because you didn't let the marshals know that you were already in. But yeah, this second stop we had 26 anglers out there, which is just about the same amount that we had last year for the most stop. Most anglers at one stop, which is nice. We have quite a few Saskatchewan anglers, which is great. We're pretty close to Saskatchewan, so it was nice that we have some different anglers out there. Had some people ask about it, and kayak fishing in Canada is, I would say it's fairly new, it's kind of niche, but in the States where Nick has been competing for years now, right? So in kayak trails or tournaments, so it's really neat that we started floating up here, and some of these kayaks are crazy nice. Dave Parkinson, I think that's his name, yeah, Parkinson. At the last stop, he actually had a mishap in his kayak because his trolling motor punked out on him, but not after it spun him, and then he took the waves the wrong way and flipped over. And so he went out, and his response to that flip was go out and get a bigger kayak. So this one looks like a boat. So a kayak, electric motor, has a double screen. He has it is done up, crazy done up. Very nice. He got it at Stillwater Adventures, and it was one of the top of the line kayaks. Modified XTR 130. So if you want to look that up, you can see what Dave is driving, I guess, because yeah, he has a trolling motor. So okay. So Melissa said it doesn't come with pedals at all, so it's only motor. So he's motoring around there. So does he have two? That's crazy. Oh wow. See, so it's nuts. You go from that, and then you have Daniel Stagg on the water with a sit-in kayak, the one that similar to the one that Leon flipped the beginning last year. That's what he has. He's rigged it up to have a trolling motor. Also had to put in a windshield. Where did he get that windshield from? Snowmobile windshield, because he doesn't actually fit in. So his knees are up. He's getting splashed, right? Because he's taking in water. He actually took in water. He's going to show her bail it out. But he has one leg in and one leg out. And he has that, so that's why he has a little windshield to kind of protect his legs and himself from flapping. It's great though. Like, I mean, he's out there and he's the one with he's able to send in for me because he's like right by the launch and he probably has service, but there is service here by his campground. But yeah, so you go from that to everywhere and everything in between, right? From legs to staves and everything in between. There's pedal ones, there's ones. Mike Scatoli's is very similar actually in size to Dave Parkinson's. It's probably a little bit smaller, but not by a lot. And then Eric has like an average. It was actually a bestseller in the same color. So I don't unfortunately okay, native Titan front layer. New canoe, yes, we have the new canoe. Okay. Right, so there's a lot of different kayaks out there for every, budget and passion. Like, however passionate you are. Callie was telling us that Daniel decided to stick with this one to see if he really likes kayak and then maybe he'll upgrade, right? But if he doesn't want to, then why spend the money if he ends up not liking it? He seems to be really enjoying himself out there, so I can't see him not. Yeah, that's just his personality, right? So. Yeah, he'll be real happy. We don't know. There could be a 32-incher out there in photos. Well, could they? Yeah, they might not. They might be. Right. They're probably like, we're not going to share with the Marshall boat in case they, they don't want to. Yeah, they don't want anyone else to know. So, yeah. So there is a big fish for this season award, and right now the person to beat is Mike Flat with a 25.5, and Daniel Stagg has 25. So until we see later. Yeah. We'll see. We're gonna see who gets the big fish. Aaron is actually out there in a stand-up paddleboard, which is really neat. And he has Phoenix with him. Yeah, he has Phoenix with him, which is amazing. It's a blow-up paddleboard. So some of the anglers were saying, well, we can't let Aaron beat us in this blow-up stand-up paddleboard, because that it was neat to see. I mean, it looked pretty stable. Like, if you look it up, I searched it up last night. Like, fishing paddleboards, and they're great. They look like a kayak, except without a little. Yeah, there's some that have lean-tos. The one that Aaron has a tether for a cooler. And so he's sitting in front of the cooler. I see pictures online where you can sit on the cooler. There's just a lean-to, and you can stand and lean on that and fish. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when we get back here. They have about 44 minutes left before they're gonna have to start coming in, and then I'm sure Val and I will be inundated with fish that they caught and we couldn't score prior to this. There's something. I believe it said something. That's cool. So we he just sent in a fish, but I don't have a release video, so I will score this without. So he's using the tags. He's also been using his watermark feature on his phone. So he uses a Galaxy phone, and it says here. And what he does is he'll just hit watermark, and it'll actually give you the timestamp. And that's how he's been. That's what he's been using to kind of mark his fish, so that at the end of the day, when he's sending them, he can differentiate. But he's also using the tag. So we're not mandating that they have to use a tag, because that's a lot, right? Like in a kayak, and if it's windy and you have a fish that you're trying to take a video of that you don't want to lose before you get that video, because then it won't count. Yeah, you don't want to be juggling too many things. So kudos to those who are fishing out there and who are using all the tags as well. But yeah, like I said, if they just send it right as soon as they take the picture in the video, it just captures it. So yes, yeah, I should show that. Mike actually 3D printed this. There's an arm that holds his fish down, and it doesn't cover the fish, so I'm able to see it. There we go. So he's testing this out, and then if it works well, he's gonna show. He'll make some for the other anglers that ask for it. But Jeremy actually has Velcro strap.
Die, no major toes, take us to the moon. Ancient Greek and dinosaurs, if you were here you show us remorse. No one is immune. Spark deep inside, we all thrive, and the man on the other side is a reflection of human eyes. Spark, the antidote of our lives. Cut down on correction, lead us reflection of you and I. Spark, the antidote of our lives. Cut down on correction, lead us with affection. We can go anywhere, do anything, do anything. We can go anywhere, do anything. Spark, deep inside, we all thrive, and the man on the other side is a reflection of you and I. Spark, the antidote of our lives. Cut down on correction, lead us with affection. Spark, deep inside, we all thrive, and the man on the other side is a reflection of you and I.